Hello and welcome to my channel, A Piece of Gaia. My name is Lindsay, and today we are going to do a reading specifically for singles. I love reading for singles, relationships, situationship kind of stuff. We're going to look into it, okay? So we have 3 different choices before you. If you want to go ahead and select one of those, I will see you in your selected reading. Hello to those of you who chose group number 1 with this crystal here and this crystal card. So this is, I believe, a green adventuring crystal. And then this one is going to be the agate. So stability, grounding, and truth. A stabilizing stone, agate is used to balance the mind, body, and spirit, creating harmony in all areas of your life. Much like the patterns on the crystal itself, grounding and supporting. Agate helps to reveal inner truth, cleansing beneath the surface to expose your authentic self. A wonderful stone to heal resentment, agate frees you from self-imprisonment of inner anger, replacing it with safety and security. Agate takes its time, vibrating at a slow and steady pace, and encourages you to take as much time as you need for the matter at hand. Gemini and Mercury energy. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with some. These 2 cards here are going to symbolize you and the person involved in the situation, or a person you might be meeting, okay, that you might consider to be in a relationship with or something like that, okay? So the first one here is you, number 47, connect to source. Go within to discover what you need to be done. Create the shift required to attract what you want. And then this one represents the other person, so resilience. There is no need to rush or push. This is a time to take things as they come. You have the determination and the patience to handle what is happening. Okay. All right, so this one is the feather star, or a feather starfish. Okay, so they kind of adapt to being grounded to rocks or other corals, and they have adapted to live kind of upside down. So there's this balancing aspect between your mind, your body, and your spirit, and this feather star asks you to go within for inner strength and resolve deep emotional issues that you may be dealing with in order to, with this matter at hand, that is, to connect with this other person. I see this other person maybe someone who really likes to take their time, who likes to go at their own pace. You know, the turtle's quite slow, but also when they do get in around currents, they go quite fast. So I feel like once they get wrapped up in the current of the situation, they will be going quite quickly. But I see that you have grounded yourself and you are staying quite firm where you are, but you're not opposed to things coming your way. So I feel this person may be coming to you. Okay? All right, so that is the first message that is coming forward. So the next energy is going to be these mudras here, to get out more of what we're looking at here. So we have inspiration, be creative, security, in good hands, and thankfulness, acknowledge what is good, and flexibility. If not this way, then that way. Okay. So I see that within this connection, or within yourself at the moment, you're feeling quite secure and grateful of your life. And if someone may come along and they're just going to complement your life. I also feel that you are resolving a lot of issues that maybe I'm feeling from a past relationship, and maybe that's why you're not totally wanting to move on, but you want to know a little bit about what might be in store. But I see that you getting in your creative, inspired energy and just really being secure and grateful and flexible for whatever may come is the kind of energy that you would want to be in to attract this type of person, okay? So I'm seeing that if this person isn't in your life, this person may be moving slowly towards you, but also I'm seeing that they're not willing to rush you or push you in any direction. They just want to be able to flow with you, okay? And then your next messages coming out here are going to be grounding, healing, regeneration, and memory. So in this card we have the moon with Virgo, and then also the sun, and then we have Aries in this card, and I see Aries again, and we have Leo in this card. So like I said, with this crystal, I feel that there is a healing that is going on within the root chakra, the throat chakra, and simultaneously the sacral chakra with you. So you are regenerating your energy and becoming more available as somebody who would be good for a relationship. There is some memories of the past that you are stewing about, and that is probably why this crystal that you chose has come through to tell you to get inspired, to be able to do things and heal in a way that lights you up, that makes you feel good. So not in like a boring way. And I feel that cards are also, watching these kinds of readings could be very impactful for you. You could learn a lot from some of the card readers, including myself here. So I think that doing this can be very healing for you, and getting just the energy that is provided through some of these card readings is going to benefit you. So in this potato card, that grounding energy, I feel like within the root chakra, to release some of our anger or frustration or things of the past, we might want to be able to go outside and experience some things, like putting our bare feet on the ground might be something that you would be interested in, but also eating things that are grown in the ground, like potatoes or root vegetables of any type. And I'm seeing that this can be beneficial for you. Also, since we're talking on the topic of eating, to get in touch with that root chakra as well, to do any cleansing and root chakra healing. Also eating things from the color red spectrum, okay? That is one of my key elements that I do when I work with healing of my chakras. So in this tarragon energy, I see that there is something that has got this very, you have this element to you where you're adding this spice to the relationship that it has this kind of unfamiliar scent or unfamiliar feeling. It's this complement to the relationship that is a little bit unusual. So I'm seeing that bringing forth that unusual side of yourself and having confidence with that is really going to elevate you within meeting the next person that you want to meet, or attracting, I would see with that, with the turtle here, attracting the next person. Let's get you some more animal spirits here. We have the otter spirit, number 42, you are never alone. The koi fish spirit, there is always enough, number 36. And number 67, the wolf spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. And then the starfish again wants to come through, a different kind of starfish spirit, number 59, open to infinite possibilities. Yes, and also the starfish, it's a cleansing, regenerating animal. So this is really connecting here, and I feel like that message with you being a very unique individual is coming through again. And you have this ability to regenerate your energy, okay? And you start from the ground up, I feel sometimes, and you just really work on your whole entire self. And if the starfish loses a limb, it can regrow this limb. So, and it's also an animal that is a cleanser of the ocean. It eats kind of whatever. So with you with that double starfish message and this card right here, the healing process for you is going to go quite smoothly. I mean, you may have had some bumpy things in the past and may have had some anger that you've dealt with, but we all deal with that when we deal with any kind of heartbreak that has come our way, or just things not working out for us in general. But I see that there is always enough. There is this potential to have multiple different people coming towards you in this next cycle of if you're deciding to be in a partnership of some kind. I feel that you are going to have somebody with you, and also there's just kind of this pack of people. I'm seeing a lot of different people. I'm also seeing this as you maybe even also having a lot of friends and being a very friendly, playful person. And this wolf energy is showing me you can do things on your own, but you can also be a member of a group, and you do very well in that. Okay. I also feel like with the koi fish that your finances are going to be picking up as well, a little side message. Or you might also meet someone that has to do with, if you're going to partner up, you're going to want somebody that's going to elevate you and financially as well. You're not going to want somebody who's going to be a clinger on or somebody who doesn't contribute to the relationship. You're going to want someone who really has a lot of benefits that they come with. Let's look at these cards here. We have Aquarius, Scorpio, Pisces, and the South Node. So in Aquarius, we have originality, philanthropy, and progressive imaginings. And Scorpio is intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. And Pisces is intimacy, intuition, and compassion. And then with the South Node, we have destined to release. And there I see this fish kind of jumping out of the water a little bit. It's kind of, you can't really see the whole image of it, but I feel also with this, it's like that story of the koi fish I'm feeling with this, like the koi fish turning into the dragon. So I feel like there is this energy of you really evolving and changing, especially with the Scorpio energy here. And then it says renewing, just like this regeneration energy. And I feel like you do have a deep intuition, and you will know when things are for you. I also feel that you are probably a very empathic person, and in order to bring someone in, you need to definitely have your discernment up for this person so that they're not someone who is looking to be the opposite of that empathic energy. So I also feel like with the South Node, we are working through maybe some issues of our past life even, and maybe someone that you meet will almost feel like you've known this person for a very long time in past lifetimes. And I feel that is kind of the general census of when people do come into our life. It's not always that they're a new energy, it's just we're working through that energy on a different level. So on this new level, it's going to be so much more important for you to purge out and renew your energy so that you can be, grounded and be able to be that, I feel, just beautiful, unique soul that you are here. And maybe you are someone who's you're very giving as well. On top of being an empath, you're a very giving person. You have a very progressive mind. And I'm feeling like maybe there is also something about you that is connected very closely with family as well. This may also be a reason why you're a very choosy person, because your connection to your family is very important to you, and you're not going to accept somebody who comes in your life and doesn't really go with your family. This could be your blood family or your chosen family, and you want them to, get along with your friends, I feel like, here with the Aquarius card. And you also might meet this person online. You might meet this person in a group setting. Maybe, and then I said also at work. Then we have this card for you. This bird is going to represent kind of the overall message too for your relationship. And you have the great blue heron. Okay. So I see this, this is a fish-eating bird, so I feel like we had the fish, the Pisces here, and the fish here. So I feel that the overall arching energy of this union that will be experiencing soon, or maybe are already in the midst of experiencing, there is an element to getting the benefits and the opportunities that come to you, and as in a financial gain as well. You guys will only benefit when you come more together. And I feel like there's also this energy I'm feeling of being able to buy a house and being able to have a secure savings account, things like that. And and I'm seeing a big nest too with this bird. It builds a very big nest high up in a very tall tree. And usually they build by a source of water. So I feel like, again, this relationship is definitely going to be financially beneficial. We have these cards here. We have Ocean, Lily, Hammer, and Armor. So in the Ocean, we have Release, the Lily, Innocence, Hammer, Forge, and Armor, Boundaries. So very early on in this forging of this relationship, there is this element of innocence to it. And it's also because you both have released the idea of things of the past or dealing with overly emotional issues. And you both also will have very strong boundaries. And this is going to be a very strong benefit to the relationship. Because when we have really strong boundaries, we know where each other stands. And then there's not a lot of things up in the air that are, it's also with that grounding energy that's coming through. It's like, I'm feeling like you are a very grounded individual, and you yourself are going to be somebody especially who's going to create the boundaries that are necessary to make this a very good relationship. But early on, I do feel in this relationship, it will start in a very innocent way. It might take a lot of time to get to different stages with this person, but once it does, there's a lot of intensity, okay? And also, I feel like you guys will be, exposed on some kind of level. I feel like you might be sharing this relationship online, taking pictures, putting those pictures online, and sharing the process of your relationship as well. I also see within these cards, especially the Hammer, that when you do decide to get serious with this person, there will be a very firm agreement laid down in this relationship where when we're together, we're together. There's no, open kind of relationship in this situation. I do feel like when it's you two together, it's just you two together, and you guys are really gonna feel like you're gonna have a monogamous type of energy is what I'm feeling. All right, let's go ahead and get you some tarot cards. I'm gonna add to this message, please. Let's see what energies would like to come through to add to group one's message. Okay, Page of Cups. Yes, there's that very innocent, loving energy I feel is going to be happening in the relationship, and this will result in marriage. The High Priestess. You've had intuition. You are going to have a very strong intuition about if this person is right for you or not. And also I'm feeling you have there's a lot of knowledge that you're going to be sharing with this person, and they're going to be very inspired by the things that you know. They might even come to you in regards to knowing something. You also might be a card reader yourself. I also feel that this person and you might want to do things in a conventional way once you get to a serious point. Like I said, marriage, and just learning the principles of whatever it is that you guys hold, sacred within your spiritual life. I feel like you're going to be very connected to that. And there's a lot of a sense of discovery and sweetness with this relationship here. I also feel that both of you may be very creative types, or you are a creative type, and this really inspires this person. They really like this about you. All right, let's get some more messages here. For those that selected group 1, what is the rest of the messages here? Okay, we have the Hanged Woman. The Princess of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles. Okay, going back to that message in the beginning, this relationship may be slow evolving. Like I said, it does have this element of innocence and boundaries to it because we want to do things the right way, the grounded way. But I also feel in the Hanged Woman, there may be a period of time, that Pisces energy is coming through again. There may be a period of time where you're really testing this person, you're evaluating them, you're wanting to see how they will react and be around your friends in order to judge if this person's going to be right for you. And also in the Princess of Pentacles, in relationship to the Hierophant here, this person has to come with offerings of some type. I also feel like this person is going to propose to you in a very probably elaborate way, giving you gifts and things. And in the Six of Pentacles, in relationship to the High Priestess, I feel that you are going to know whether this person is an equal giver or not. And in some regard, I feel that you're really going to be aiming for this person to be even more financially stable than you are, and they are going to be giving to you. And I see that there is like these sweet messages that come through. There's a lot of learning, there's a lot of love, there's just a lot of reciprocity within this relationship that's going to feel pretty good. And I do see gifts. I see also maybe someone helping you, or you helping them at some point. But I see more of them helping you, or not helping you, but being a giver to the situation. That's beautiful. I also feel there's this energy of possibly meeting this person at a school setting as well. And growing with friendship first, having a limbo period of time where you're not really sure if you want to be with this person, but then really making it firm that yes, this is my person. And you will know this by the way that it feels in your body. You're going to be able to feel those butterflies in your stomach. You're going to be able to feel those tingles up your spine. This person, when they kiss you, you're going to feel this sensation of, it's going to feel really good. It's not going to feel so lusty. I feel like it's going to have that element of innocence to it. But once things really get going, like I said with that Scorpio card, the intensity will build over time. Yes. All right. Well, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me in this energy. And if you feel so called, subscribe and come see me again. I do this every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Time. All right. Bye-bye. Hello to those of you who chose this crystal card here with this amethyst heart crystal. This is your reading for your singles or a situation or anything like that you're in. Okay, so we have watermelon tourmaline with love, balance, and clarity. Relationships are the currency of life, and watermelon tourmaline raises awareness of soul agreements and your impact on other people's lives. This crystal is supercharged to activate the heart chakra, creating a divine connection between you and your higher self. Like the watermelon, it teaches you to enjoy the sweetness of life, remembering good things often take time to ripen. Watermelon tourmaline balances masculine and feminine energies, connecting your heart chakra to both the physical and spiritual aspects of yourself. So we have Gemini, Virgo with Venus and Saturn. Okay. All right, so your first cards out are going to be these Whispers of the Ocean oracles, and one of the cards is going to represent you, and this one's representing your partner or the person of interest or a type of person that you'll be attracting or bringing into your life, or someone that might be good for you in a relationship. Okay, so you're coming through as number 48 with the orca whale. Disengage from outcomes. Let go so you can open yourself to the highest love that you deserve. Find ways to release worry and any unresolved lack of forgiveness you might be holding on to. Okay. And then they're coming through as number 36, blend into the environment with the octopus. You have many skills and can fit into any situation. Take time to access what is going on around you and adapt accordingly. Okay, so right off I'm hearing that opposites attract. Okay, you guys are very different type of energies coming through here, and I feel that, like it said in here, this person is going to be very adaptive, almost chameleon-like. I also am hearing this person might have a genius kind of energy, or they're very intellectual, and they might even have some type of they might be on the spectrum. I'm hearing like they might be autistic, but on the gifted side of autistic. They might be very good with math, solving puzzles, riddles. I'm also feeling this person is a multitasker. This person is someone who can take on a lot of different things at once. And these are some of the qualities that are going to be drawing you to this person. I feel like you are going to be drawn to this person. I feel like you have this, you're very friendly among your peers, and you engage in activities with them that are very playful and sometimes even a little bit, I could feel this energy from you. Maybe you're someone who, maybe you've been called like I'm hearing the term ball buster. But I'm also feeling like maybe you are somebody who just likes to have a good laugh. You like jokes. Sometimes you can be very aggressive when it comes to love, or when it comes to someone you really, really like, or when it comes to being able to go in the direction that you want to go. You're like very forthright about what you want to do with your life, and these are qualities that are very attractive to this person. Also, I feel like this person likes you also because you are very caring and loving, and you see things in a way that is very optimistic, and they might struggle with this at times, and they like this quality about you. I also feel like you are very, I'm hearing big fish. You're a big fish in a small pond. Like maybe you are a very popular person in your friend group, and you have a lot of colleagues and people that are friendly with you. And I feel also sometimes you might exhibit the qualities that you are a little bit unforgiving when someone wants to hurt you or break your heart, or um, you don't really give a lot of people second and third chances. But this is actually a quality they like about you, because they see that you're not somebody who settles for just an ordinary person, and this is why they like you, because they're pretty extraordinary, and they have such like an intellectualness to them, and sometimes they're often misunderstood, and you are able to kind of decipher this person or pick this person apart in like a psychological way, so that you're like, I love how they're like this, even though maybe that might be a frustrating quality also, that they might be a little bit frustrating to you at times, because they want to intellectualize everything and you would rather have fun and take more adventures and things as well, I feel. But this is kind of bringing this person out of their shell and letting them adventure through life with you. So I feel like you two together are bringing out good qualities about each other and taking away or kind of neutralizing the qualities that aren't so great about each other. I feel like they bring out this side of you that has to be a little more decisive about what you say. You have to be somebody who you have to think a little bit more around this person. This person may challenge you as well, I feel. But you like this because it elevates you. Very nice. Alright, so our next cards out are going to be these mudras here. So we have balance, well poised, decision, I choose well, justice, I am not to judge, and effortlessness, take it easy. So already I do feel this relationship or this connection is going to feel effortless. Like you guys are just meant to be together. You are the puzzle pieces that connect each other. I feel like other people have seen you and him, maybe, or her, as a maze or someone that is difficult to get to know. But you guys together, you just kind of get each other in this wink kind of a way. Like situations could go on and you guys could just give each other a look and you know exactly what the other person is thinking. And this is another reason this person really likes you and you like them. Okay, so there's this balance to this relationship also, and at first I feel like this may be a little bit frustrating, because there's some sides that wants to move quickly and other sides that really wants to figure things out deeply. And both of you kind of, I feel, that have these qualities, but one may err on, you may feel a little bit more effortless in the decision and like choosing well. Like you've chose a very complicated yet interesting person to be around, and you don't judge them, they don't judge you, and it's just easy to be around this person, easy to be with this person, easy to love this person, and they feel this way about you as well. Very nice. All right, these cards here, we have happiness, number 15, number 40 with positivity, and number 11 with transition, and number 41 with purification. So we have Gemini, Leo, Cancer, and Gemini. And then we have Gemini in this card. This person might be a Gemini. I feel with the octopus, with the intelligence and the many different brains, This person may be a Gemini of one of their major placements. And they might be a Gemini moon, I'm feeling, with this, because, or sun, because that might be a good complement to you. Maybe you are a Sagittarius moon or a Sagittarius sun or a rising, or we'll look at some other cards here, but I don't want to get too much into the signs. That's pretty irrelevant. I'm talking about the energy here. So this person brings you a lot of happiness, positivity, and the transition of becoming friends and lovers might be pretty easy. And I feel like also you guys bring like this sweetness. There's a sweetness about you two. When people see you together, they're like, wow, you guys are a really cute couple. Like, I see that as being a thing. But I see this person maybe being taller than you. And I feel like it might be no time at all before you guys are actually in a relationship, because all this happiness, positivity, all this energy is showing me this is an easy, balanced, good decision to make, to be with this person. And justice is also giving me that they make you feel like you are justified for the feelings that you have about the past and the dealings that you've had. I also see this like masculine feminine balance in both of you. I see with the orca whale, has that black and white coloring, so that gives me the energy of the yin yang, which is that, that yin yang, so it's like that feminine masculine balance. And also with the octopus as well, they have so many legs and so many brains that they are able to do so many different things and balance themselves out when they go on the ocean floor or when they swim. Interesting. I also feel this person being pretty talkative, like the air that swells up in the octopus and propels it through the water. I'm feeling like I'm hearing windbag. Like, this person may really go on and dither and talk, and that's why I feel like the Gemini energy coming through. But this might be fun for you. I feel like you like that this person is very communicative, and even though this person might talk about something that they're really interested in, like I'm seeing like this highly intelligent autistic guy, and he has a lot of specific interest in things that he knows a lot of details about those things, and you think that's cute. Like, I'm almost kind of giggling or laughing about it. Like, you're like, I just love how he has his interests, and that's really cute to me. That may be a very specific message, but that's coming through. Okay. And then let's look at some more spirit animals. So we have the rhino spirit with number 50, overcome any obstacles. 49, rabbit spirit, now is a lucky time. 41 with nightingale spirit, love is all around. And number 39, moth spirit, surrender now. Okay, so I almost feel like this person, you already know this person, or you're going to know this person pretty quickly. And I feel together you guys are going to be able to overcome a lot of different things together, a lot of adversities. They may also feel very lucky to know you, and also with the rabbit spirit, this union might include children right away. I mean, you might right off the bat, right? If you do get married to this person, or if maybe you don't want to get married, I don't know how you feel about that, but you definitely are probably going to have children with this person. And the nightingale is showing me that they really like your voice. You may even like their voice, the way they sound. And I'm seeing that, like, surrendering now, this is also telling me that maybe there is a little bit of a holdback in the relationship because of just some self-alchemy and some energies that both of you want to figure each other out individually. Like, you want to know about this person before you fully commit to this person. You may like also be friends with this person before. But once it gets going, there is a lot of love in the energy. And you may also sing. I see you being maybe a singer, or they love to sing, or you guys like to listen to music together. I see this person possibly even bringing you flowers. Someone may have a butterfly or a moth tattoo. Yeah. I'm actually seeing a lot of tattoos. I don't know why I'm hearing tattoos, but that is coming through heavily as well. Okay. Let's look at some astrology cards here. We have the 9th house with spiritual growth, Mars with move forward and defend self, mutable, surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change, square, a challenging situation, and a mountain to climb. But yes, I see you may have, challenges in the beginning of this relationship, like getting to know each other. Like if this person does have any spectrum things, or if you do, I feel like that might be one of the challenges, is getting to know all your quirks, all your triggers, all your little things that are involved in the relationship. But that's really, I wouldn't worry about that too much, because I feel like that's with every relationship. It doesn't matter if you're, very ordinary and you don't have any hang-ups or quirks or anything, or if you're not super smart. I feel like everybody has their stuff, and we have to get to know all the little things that is involved with a person, and what they like and what they don't like. So those might be some challenges, but I see you will be overcoming a lot of those things in no time. I see like within a few days of, meeting this person, there might be like a little hiccup where you're like, oh, I don't know, because that seems like I don't want to complicate my life. Because I feel like the orca and the octopus, like the octopus is a complicated individual. So you may feel at one point like, ooh, I don't know, I kind of like being uncomplicated, but you're going to be very magnetically drawn to this person. So it's asking to surrender. You got surrender twice in this. So we have the Gemini and Virgo. Did we have Virgo in this one? So no, we have Gemini, and then we have Sagittarius. I spoke of Sagittarius, and we have Pisces. Okay. And I do feel like this love union is definitely going to spark a very spiritual union between the both of you. And this relationship might, like I said in the beginning, it might just feel easy. Like it says welcoming change, fluidity. You're very like this mutable energy between you. Unless I don't know if this Mars is showing me if there's a masculine tendency in this relationship. For regardless of your sex, I feel like you are someone who's very forthright and you want to move forward and make a lot of decisions, but this person is also like that. So that might be another little hiccup in the situation, that who's going to be in charge. But I see that it's going to be easy for you to overcome those things, because there is going to be just this energy, like they trust you, they feel safe with you, you feel safe, and you trust them as well. Yeah, it says both physically and spiritually. I'm seeing this on this card. So I feel like, yeah, there is a physical connection. You think this person's attractive, they think you're attractive, but also in the spiritual element, like you like the things that are about them that aren't physical. Like I said, I already touched on a lot of that stuff, but like I said, also there may be just something about this person that you're like, I feel like we're just kind of meant to be together. That's beautiful. They might also be very defensive with you. They might feel kind of like a little bit of a knight in shining armor at times, and I'm seeing them coming through as like this person who's like wants to defend you and be somebody who wants to fight for you. And if you're having any issues in your life, like and this might, turn you on about this person. You're like, wow, I didn't know that they really cared in that way. They might come off as somebody at first that needs to be catered to in a way where you have to figure out their quirks of their intelligence, but then they will show you a side of them where they're like, no, I'm nobody to be messed with, that's my girl or that's my guy. They're gonna be that kind of person. Okay, and then this or should we do this? Oh yeah, okay. So this is going to be kind of the overarching energy of their relationship here with this bird. You have the green heron. Okay. So what I'm getting from this energy is, don't underestimate the size and of the person. Like, I'm seeing the size of the relationship where, like, I feel like even though people see like, oh, they're a cute couple, but like, don't underestimate them. Like, you guys are going to be a fierce couple. As someone who you definitely will get the prize. I feel like you also stay very close to your emotions. This is a water bird, so staying close to your emotions is very important to you, not letting that thing get very far away from you. You are people that definitely like to defend and protect your emotional energy within the relationship or within just understanding each other. I feel like this is a very colorful relationship as well. Like, there's lots of different facets of this relationship. I mean, just the combination of the beginning cards were showing me this is not only kind of a puzzling kind of relationship, but also I'm seeing like you guys being like opposites in the way that things are never not interesting. Like, I just feel like everything is always a new interesting thing to discover. You guys always have something to talk about. It's beautiful. So these cards here, we have the globe, we have the tulip, unconditional, this says totality, and we have the chain with attachment, and the hand with reciprocity. Oh yeah, so you definitely are going to be very giving individuals to each other. There's a lot of love here to be given, and also just helping each other out, I see with physical things and spiritual things. There's like, I just feel like you guys kind of completing each other in a way that you never really thought that you needed before, and bringing it full circle in, like, there's this complete feeling that you're going to feel around this person. Also, there may be some travel involved. Maybe you guys are going to take a trip somewhere, or maybe if you do get married, you're going to go on a destination, or maybe have a destination wedding, or you're going to go far away to have a celebration of some type. And I see that you will be able to afford this as well, because just with the intellect, and you're really a go-getter, I feel, and this person also is really intellectual, so they will never, they're kind, I'm also hearing the word indispensable. Like, this person in their job is a very indispensable kind of person. Like, they are kind of a 1 in a million kind of person to find. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, it kind of makes me think of someone who's being headhunted in like college or high school even, and they, because of their intelligence, and then they end up getting a job at this place that is very job security for them, also I'm hearing. So, and you may also like to hold hands with this person. If you see this very sweet energy, this loving, unconditional, sweet energy, that you guys like to hold hands. And this chain attachment. So you, like, I feel there is going to be a little bit of a struggle with the attachments that you do have with family and things like that, but inevitably you guys are going to find a good attachment with each other, and you're going to notice that your world really expands when you guys are together, because there is just this completeness that you have together. You may also like this person's hands. They may have very attractive hands. Like you may even look at their hands and be like, dang, you could be a hand model. I know that's a big thing with me. Like I see the hands here, the hands here. Like I really like my partner's hands. That is kind of a deal breaker for me. You gotta have nice hands, or at least nice fingernails. Like I like when, you know, the fingernails are nice. That is definitely a thing for me. I feel like you might even be the same way. All right, so let's get some messages from the tarot and add to these already pretty amazing broad messages that we already got. I feel like whenever this relationship really takes off, it is going to be one for the books. Yeah. I feel like you guys are pretty original too, like this very extraordinary kind of people. I see you guys hiking as well, doing hiking, this mountain to climb. I feel like maybe you might like extreme sports together. Or you may like to maybe traveling is like kind of a thing that you do where you go to destinations and you do the exciting thing that's there, like climbing the mountain wherever, you know, that is, or going and zip lining or jumping out of airplanes and stuff like that. Like I feel like there's a lot of cool things that you guys do. I also feel like maybe you guys could do things that involve your hands, like working on things together with your hands. Okay, we have the Five of Wands reversed, the Tower, the Page of Wands, and the Strength. All right, so a lot of love, you know, the Strength card coming through, lots of love in this relationship. I also feel this relationship is very transformative. When this person comes to your life, it might be very shocking. You may be really surprised that this person is like, wow, they're so different from the person that, you know, I used to be attracted to, or, you know, they're not your usual type. They're someone who, and this person also really likes to avoid conflict. They don't like getting into arguments. They don't like getting into conflicts, even petty ones. I would see that's, you know, that could be very triggering for them, especially if they are on the spectrum. They're someone who really does not like to deal with confrontation. So being loving, also having this sensitivity within you, like you guys are very sensitive and sweet, and you nurture this relationship in a way that builds over time, and it has this broad strength to it. I also feel that this person, you and this person, like to message each other quite often, and you do it like he or she responds to your text right away when you send those texts. I also feel like there's so much life. Like I feel like it really brings you guys to life. Like you may be like, oh, I'm kind of fine by myself, but there's this ho-hum energy that you guys might have like when you're alone, and then when you meet each other, it's like the flame ignites. You feel like a kid again. You really feel good being around this person. And this person also is inspiring you. I'm hearing this person's could be your muse, or they're your muse, or you're there. Yeah, switch it. Yeah, a lot of muse energy. There also might be some this one with the defend self, like I feel like this person might come to your defense, or you might come to their defense in some way, to where you're like, you get to know this person, and I could see like this college setting, and this person kind of studying on their own, and someone kind of picking on this person, and then you coming forward and being like, hey, leave him alone. Like, you know, just because I feel like because there's people that may single this person out because he or she is so intellectual, and there's other less intellectual people around that are like, you know, picking on or something like that, and just little stuff like that, and you guys come to each other's defense, and that really builds and bonds the relationship. I also feel like there is a lot of energy where there maybe was no energy, and the energy really picks up and raises, and I could see also you guys securing a future together. You guys, this squirrel is showing me that you guys are going to be storing away savings and saving for a house. Yeah, again with the tattoos, I feel. All right, so let's get some more messages with this deck here. There's some last messages here that those who selected group 2 need to hear. We have the 5 of Swords. Okay, interesting. The 4 of Swords. The Hermit. And the 5 of Cups. Lots of 5s. So I feel like that, yeah, this relationship is going to involve a lot of changes. You might even synchronistically see 5, 5, 5 before you meet this person. Or that's a sign, you know, when you're around this person, that that might be the person. Or this person might, you may have known this person for 5 years. So it's something to do with the number 5. I'm also seeing the Leo 5th house, as in this connection is very loving, very playful, very inspiring. Yeah, I feel like you're getting this person out of their shell. This person may be somebody who likes to stay in a lot, or maybe you both like to stay in a lot. And you get a lot of inspiration from being together within, you know, your house, your home, or whatever. When you guys are in this union, you guys get a lot of inspiration from each other, and you really learn a lot from each other. The challenges, again, with the challenges that I was seeing, yeah, this person definitely doesn't like conflict. Maybe you don't like conflict either, and you would rather walk away and not speak to a person that wants to engage in conflict with you. You just would rather see it as, you know, that's a lose-lose situation, you know, and this, you know, the intelligence within this relationship is very high. So I feel that they definitely know when's a time to walk away and when is a time to defend. So if this person does speak up and does defend you, there might be a very valid reason for that. And that might be some of the challenges along the way that I'm seeing, is that, you know, these just feel like little tiny things. They're not that big of a deal. You might even also meet this person after they have had some type of loss, and you're being sensitive to them, and they, you know, I'm seeing losing a parent or a grandparent or something, and this is a troubling time for them, and you are a solace. You are somebody who comes through and offers a lot of sensitivity and love and support. You're able to let them see what they still have instead of what they've lost. Also see that in maybe a breakup as well. Maybe there will be some type of breakup, and they are breaking up with someone, or you're breaking up with someone, and then a few days later or a few months later you meet this person, and they are, that breakup and those unnecessary feelings of loss and regret are really washed away by the strength that you create in this union. I also see you guys maybe even meditating together, having moments of like a lot of resting, quiet, alone time, like maybe even I'm seeing like Netflix and chilling kind of stuff, or just like you like to hang out together, and just there's like this unspoken silence of a couple that has been together for a really long time. You don't have to like talk a whole lot. I mean, this person seems like a talkative person, but I see that there is times when you just like to rest and relax and rejuvenate with each other, and just kind of maybe calmly speak about your day. There may even be some cord cutting that you all can assist each other with. I'm seeing like detaching from toxic things, toxic energies. Like it's like, if we're going to be together, we're going to do this balance. We're going to get clarity. We're going to, you know, do it the right way. We don't want people around us that create drama and, you know, arguments and things, because we want something that's, you know, beautiful and balanced and loving and supportive. It's so nice. Well, that is all I have for you today. I wish you luck in all your endeavors. I'm sending you so much love, and I hope that you are able to find this beautiful union or be a part of this, and all of the things that I said along the way. It just sounds like such a lovely connection. So if you'd like to see me again, I do this every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Time. Okay, bye-bye. Hello to those of you who chose group 3 with this crystal card here and this little rose quartz heart. This is your relationship, love, situationship, you know, whatever that is for singles, okay? So this card here is the Wavelite. We have decisions, flow, big picture. See the forest for the trees, especially with Wavelite. Big picture thinking is enhanced with this crystal, allowing you to see beyond the details and gain a bigger grasp over the decisions you must make. Combining intuition with logic, Wavelite helps you look at all sides of the situation in order to make the best informed decision possible, clearing energy blockages in the body. Wavelite sustains flow and regulates circulation for a healthy body and deep soul level cleansing. Use this crystal during the new moon to amplify its powers. So Aquarius moon. All right. So our first cards out are going to be you versus them, and represented by ocean creatures. So we have you over here. I feel like this is an abalone, but it's a large mollusk. Okay, so we have inner desires, number 16. Set some intentions. You are entering a phase of plenty or may have a sudden windfall. Goals are within your grasp. And this one is a nudibranch, okay, or looks like a kind of a sea slug kind of thing. And this is number 10. Every step counts. There is an advantage in taking things slowly, breathe deeply and fully as you consider your options. So right away, I feel like this combination is pretty, you guys are very similar deep down, okay? The makeup of you is very similar. I feel like you definitely both get the idea of the big picture. I feel like you guys are friends. There's going to be this friendship first, okay? That Aquarius energy, but there's something always deeper there. There's something deeper. This person might be smaller in stature than you are, or maybe you're kind of sea at eye level, which is, I've heard that's a good thing. I'm also just seeing like you guys understand each other. You understand your world around you. You also cling to things that feel familiar to you as well. So I definitely feel like if this isn't established already, you guys will definitely see each other as friends first. And I feel like you may be a little more goal-oriented than this person. You may also think about your finances a little bit more than this person. I feel like this person might be a little bit more spiritual than you and freer, and you might be a little more grounded and purposeful with your actions, and that just might be a dynamic that kind of shows up with this combination. Right. And then your next cards out are going to be these mudras here. We have level-headedness, be wise, acceptance, come to terms with yourself, and riches, big think, or think big. Ooh. And then relax, let it flow. So yeah, I definitely feel like there is this element of you meeting this person in a work setting or a financial setting, or maybe this person and you, like the union of you two is you're being very conscious about your decisions to be together, and one of those reasons is want to grow your finances together, and you think about goals and really setting this path ahead. There is a lot of acceptance here with you two. And I just feel like this is a very relaxed energy. Like you guys really just go with the flow with things. I just feel like because you are friends already, it just makes it a little bit easier to come together in a relationship way. But I also see being wise. There's wise decisions that you both want to make moving forward. And that might be another reason that you're attracted to each other, because you both are very goal oriented and you see things in a way that where you want to build your life and you're not just trying to carelessly move about things. I also feel like you guys don't like to get any distractions in your life. Like you like to steer clear, you like to have a plan. At least you like to have this plan. And there is this, inner desire that you are looking for a person. You would like to be with somebody. And this person, they don't like to waste their time with people that don't really go with them. I feel like they're very purposeful. They like to take advantage of things that come their way. And together, you guys will be able to understand these concepts about each other and make the right decisions to move forward. So I'm having like a little bit of trouble with my throat chakra in this reading. I've been drinking water, but I'm thinking like at first there is like this energy of like unspoken, like it's an unspoken thing that you guys should be together, or maybe you don't want to speak about it. Maybe it's like, since you're friends first, like it's hard to talk about this. And although it just is pretty obvious, I feel like there's this very obvious energy that you should be together, but then there's this feeling like, ooh, I can't really talk about this or can't speak about this because I was having some hoarseness in my throat. And this is the third reading that I'm getting through. So, but I am feeling like at first maybe we're gonna have a little bit of trouble talking about this. There might be also this period of time that you need to back off, or you both kind of have to back off away from each other to be able to make the right decisions. And if you feel like this is being more than a friendship, like at first you guys are like, oh, I don't know, and you kind of don't see each other for a while because it's kind of awkward. I'm also seeing the movie Clueless in my head for some reason. Yeah. When Cher realizes that she loves Josh, and then she says, now I'm just awkward around him and I don't know what to say. There's like this weird energy between them now because she realizes she likes him, and it was easy before because they weren't really thinking about that. But then when she realizes she likes him, she's like, okay, now I don't know how to talk to this person. So I'm feeling a little bit of that coming through. That's kind of cute though. All right, and then these cards here, we have Energy with the orange, number 28. 3 with Desire and the Cost Lettuce. And then we have number 18 with the Chili Pepper, Stimulation. And number 12 with Affection and the Sorrel. Well, that is just so nice. So you guys give each other a lot of energy. I also see a connection here with the sacral chakra. Maybe you guys are definitely feeling each other. You bring out that kind of energy. And there's just the crown chakra energy here is coming through too. So it's like there's just this knowing that's kind of comes upon you guys, and there's good conversations to be had. It feels relaxed, it feels good, and you guys give each other a boost of energy when you're around each other. Another way that you can really tell that this person is for you is they may smell nice, or they may make you feel like I'm feeling pheromone. So it's something you can't like obviously smell, but it's like this feeling or this energy that you get around this person to where it's like they make you feel good, and it has like this essence to it. There's this essence to the relationship. And also, like, if you do kiss this person or get physical with this person, your chemistries, your pH balances, I'm feeling, I know that's a little TMI, a little graphic, but like your pH balances aren't going to be very opposing each other. Like sometimes in relationships when people get physical with each other, there's this like one person's more acidic than the other person, and there's like this issue. But I see that there's gonna be like, it works out really well, like your chemistry works out really well. And this person definitely, there's a lot of desire, there's a lot of chemistry between you guys. I mean, it's gonna heat up, okay? It's definitely gonna heat up. We have Virgo energy, Cancer energy, Aries, and Taurus. So yeah, a lot of physical affection. I feel a lot of mental stimulation, a lot of emotional stimulation, and also I'm seeing just you guys eating well together, eating good meals together, and just like this lovey-dovey energy as well. Like I feel like once you guys really do get in, I see you guys cuddling and then having a lot of good chemistry with each other when it comes to your sensual energy. And sometimes you want to really figure this person out. You want to decipher a lot of what their energy is. You want to know a lot of things about them. You might even want to know about their past and things like that, and getting to know them first before you really get physical with them. But once you do, you're definitely going to be in admiration of this person, or this person really admires you as well. I feel like there is something about the way they look as well with this mirror here that it really brings that sensual side of you guys together. Like I just feel like with the cat here in the mirror, it's like there's this very affectionate, loving, sensual energy that you guys have together, and it just feels like it works. It just really works. And like with the Taurus energy as well, I feel like you guys are definitely going to be building for a bigger goal together. I also feel with the Virgo energy, you're definitely going to be of service to each other. You might even be very service-oriented people, and like very similar energies. Yeah, I definitely feel like there's this unspokenness that you guys kind of have at first, to where, and it might start out as like kind of a situationship, or like as it's a friendship, and it kind of may go back and forth to where you guys are, maybe you start sleeping together right off the bat, and because you realize there's chemistry there between each other, and then you guys kind of back off, and then each time you see each other, the affection builds and builds. That's beautiful. All right, so let's look at some more spirit animal messages here. We have the Wombat spirit, number 68, be at home. The number 54 with the Skunk spirit, know your worth. The number 44 Panther spirit, reclaim your power. And the Stag spirit in reverse with take the lead, number 58. So yes, I think above all, you guys do strive for balance and security, and this is something that you guys are really trying to work on individually. And I feel like you're both very strong characters, and you definitely, I'm feeling like also this card is kind of for you to know your worth. So if this is a situation where it starts out where you kind of maybe have to check this person and be like, I'm not going to be a F buddy for you. Like, I don't want that. Like, when it really comes down to it, like we may have had fun, but really what I'm seeing is like, you want commitment, you want something, you want to be at home with this person, you want to be able to feel like you are a power couple and have a lot of dynamic energy. And with this, take the lead. I'm seeing that maybe you need to release control a little bit about how you want to move forward with this, and let this person kind of come back to you if that's the case, okay? Also feeling like the masculine energy here might be just a little bit unbalanced and needing to see a little bit more of the deeper feminine aspects of things. And with that Aquarius energy coming through here, yeah, I do feel like there may be a tendency for the masculine energy to be a little bit overriding in this relationship, and there is this a little bit of a power struggle in the beginning. But then I see that there is a feeling where you guys are really gonna maybe take some time apart and get to know what is really going on in the relationship, and then feel like, well, I just feel at home with this person. I feel like I really like this person. And then I'm seeing for maybe some of the things that we were having trouble talking about. Maybe you're having trouble talking about the serious things, about the real things, because you were trying to keep it light and friendly, and you were in this friendship energy, and this other person's like, hey, but I kind of wanted it to stay that way. Well, the nature of, developing a relationship is there will always be some kind of change involved. So is it going to get deeper, or what is, like, I feel like you want to know, or you want to see where this person's at. And right now, I just feel like this person is really trying to stay in their power and not really doesn't want to be controlled by anyone. I feel like if you let this person kind of be themselves and release the need to be the one that really takes control of the situation, that maybe this person might, lighten up and want to be around you a little bit more, or want to take this relationship a little bit further. But I am seeing also there is a little bit of a dynamic where you might need to say no to this person, or release yourself from this person from a little while, just so that you guys can get familiar with the idea that either you are for each other or you aren't for each other. Or maybe this is just a situation where it was hot and heavy, and then there's nothing really to that, because what you're really needing is better communication with this person. And I feel like this person maybe isn't really offering that to you. There's this dynamic of you a little bit being the person they want you to be. Like, not really, like maybe when they're around, you try to keep it in a light, kind of friendly way, so that they won't feel like they would rather be somewhere else. And I feel like maybe that is a sign for you to maybe look elsewhere, or maybe really consider that this person is maybe not more than a friend. And maybe we need to spend a little bit more time on our own energy, our own personal power, our own self-worth, and really think about what you desire, what you really want. I'm feeling like maybe getting really clear and confident with your decisions, and what is it that you actually want out of life. Because sometimes when you put your order into the universe and you're not 100% sure what you want out of a person, they're going to send you a lot of options that may not be right for you, but are going to be kind of a little bit of clues about what you don't want and what you do want, because you need to get out there more. I'm feeling like you need to experience relationships a little bit more. Maybe we need to date some other people for a little while and really get to know yourself about what you don't want and what you do like. Because if you don't date anybody, you don't put yourself out there, you're not going to really know. If you're kind of a homebody person and you like to preserve your energy, then you're not going to really know what's out there in the world. So I'm seeing like maybe you need to get out there. You need to, go on a few dates, bad or good. If they're bad dates, then you know exactly what you don't want, right? And then if they're good dates, and then there's part of it that's like, well, I like that person, I like this about them, but I don't like this. I mean, you'll get to know yourself and what you do like and what you don't like. That's what I'm feeling here with this group. Really making those decisions and seeing the big picture, like with this crystal you picked. What is it that you truly want? How can you love yourself in a way that's also complementary to a person that you could bring into your life? So let's look at the astrology cards. Here we have the house 2 with physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. We have the sun with self-express and embody truth. Saturn with feel restricted, experience struggle, learn hard work and patience. And conjunction, a union, merging, and coming together. So you're definitely coming together with someone. You're definitely having some physical interaction with someone. And yeah, I feel like there is this need to want to find yourself out, get down to what the truth of the matter really is. Are you sugarcoating yourself so that you can be pleasing to someone else? Is this person only like you when you're like this? Or do they, I just feel like there's this, we need to work on what and get clear on what we want. And also the physical security in the second house too. Like involving another person in our life means a little bit of disruption. So, it's like we change things up to, compromise with another person. And maybe right now that might be something that you're not willing to do. And this is why you want to be single, or you're remaining single, or you feel like, how come it's taking me so long to find somebody? Because you right now are in this mode of wanting to value yourself and your physical place. You want to feel secure. You want to be the one that takes care of yourself. I'm also hearing I'm not going to let a man define me, or I'm hearing a woman say that she wants to be secure and she doesn't want to go for the stereotype of the old school way of letting a man be a provider, or letting a man come in and tell her what to do. And maybe you have had a lot of types, I had felt that a little bit of the toxic masculinity, kind of maybe you've had father figures in your past who have shown you examples of men that it's his way or no way at all, and you have to make yourself small in order to be around him, and you can't be yourself 100% when he's around. And I know that this dynamic in life is very prominent, but I also feel like we're in this cusp of it changing. And a lot of women right now are in this mode where they do want to have their own security. They want to take care of themselves, and that is beautiful. But we're also, in the evolution of this. So it's like in the midpoint, or not even the midpoint. We're at the beginning of the cusp of stuff starting, to really evolve and change. And soon, it'll be very equal. But right now, it's a little bit still disproportion, and women are needing to stand up and be aggressive and fight for themselves and fight for their self-worth and really tell men what for. And unfortunately, we're both a little bit at war with each other in that regard. And soon this will balance out. But right now, we're in that beginning stage, or that very awkward. I'm feeling like we're the evolution of it feels like a teenager that's rebellious, just the overall energy of the way women are really trying to stand up and fight for our rights and fight for everything. So I feel like, you may be dealing with a lot of that energy and having to be a real warrior on the front lines here, with being somebody who is fighting for women's rights and fighting for what it is to be a sovereign being as a woman. And that's beautiful. I mean, I'm getting really worked up here. But also, I just feel like that the idea of the masculine energy that's coming through here, you have felt restricted. You have felt like there is a struggle. You've had to work really hard. And you've had this patience that is starting to become impatient. And I feel you. I feel for you. For the women out there that are watching this right now, I feel you, girl. I got you. I'm right there with you. I mean, and I'm a little bit older, but I've also, I don't know what your age is, but I was born in 1979. I'm right on that cusp of the evolution of when it's kind of first started. And I've been in a relationship now for a while, but I'm still in this energy where we have to tell the guy, if you're in a same, or like a opposite sex relationship, in a standard traditional relationship, you really have to stand up and say, hey, I'm not going to tolerate that anymore. I'm not going to be with somebody who's going to treat me like that, and you're not in charge. I'm in charge. I'm in charge of my life and what I do with my life. And once we get to that point where we can really evolve and be loving and supportive and compassionate with one another, you know, we're going to get to that stage. But right now, I feel like you really have this warrior inside of you that is coming out and is really expressing yourself and wanting to fight for things and fight for what it means to be in a love relationship. I mean, I even caution myself with even bringing up readings like this because of where we're at in this transitional period of time. You know, what am I supposed to say? You know, I can talk about traditional relationships, but really what it boils down to is I'm going to have to talk about the things that people really don't want to hear or don't want to talk about because it's a touchy subject. So I feel like right now there's just so much self-expression here. You're embodying this truth. You're understanding. And that's the thing. Women right now are understanding their masculine dynamic. And in that, we're going to see a lot of angry women. This is why, you know, all this stuff is happening and why men are angry at women and women are angry at men. We're gonna deal with that for a while until we all balance out, and eventually we will get to that stage. But this new generation of women that are coming into the age of being in relationships, we're angry, we're pissed off, right? Or you're pissed off, and rightfully so. Things need to change. So you go, girl. You do your thing. You know. And if you need to be in some relationships where you're just getting what you want at the moment of getting it, hey, do that, because that's what needs to happen right now. You know, don't give a man the right to control you, for sure. And if you're a man watching this, take some notes, buddy. Take some notes. All right. So here we go. Let's get some more energy here with the tarot. We've already got a pretty intense reading here, but let's move forward. For group 3 here, we have Judgment. Yes. Oh, hell yes. 5 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. 5 of Wands. Hello. Thank you. We're angry. All right. Things are evolving, changing. The way is not gonna be the way anymore. Okay, this group is showing me this unconventional. We're not gonna do things conventionally. We're gonna fight for our rights. We may feel a little on the outs at the moment. We may feel weird in this energy. Okay, I feel like this like displacement of the physical energy. Like, what is your self-worth? Where do you lie? How are your finances? You're getting all to know all of that. And when we start healing those father wounds, that's when the finances start to pick up. Finances and the father wounds are very, very connected. And then the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, you may want to spend some time alone, you know, and bask in the efforts that you've put forward. You've trying to establish yourself. You don't want to share this with someone else right now. You're really feeling good about the way you're getting your mind clear, you're getting your finances clear. You know, you don't need to commit to someone in order to have your finances okay or your life be okay. You are enough. Okay, you are enough. And then 5 of Wands. I feel like this is the fight. You know, we're fighting for our rights. We're fighting for this change. Change. You know, we're fighting for that, and that's beautiful. I love to see this, you know, and this might even turn somebody on. I mean, heck, that stimulation in the Aries energy right there, the right guy or the right girl is gonna love you for who you are in this energy. They're gonna love your personal fight. They're gonna love how you bring about that. Yeah, look at that. The Moon, Knight of Wands, a Knight of Swords, 4 of Cups. Yeah, you go ahead, be dissatisfied. You deserve so much more. Okay, so don't just be ready to shack up with any ordinary Joe or Jane. Just be ready to feel like things aren't gonna always be that satisfying. You know, unfortunately, that's the dating world. That is what you have to to look forward to is the disappointment, most of all. And you got to empower yourself in those moments. You know, it may feel shitty sometimes, it may not feel that good, but I see with these two knights here, you're gonna have your pick of lovers. There's gonna be people coming your way. You're gonna have, you know, your people that are here for a short time, or a good time, not a long time. You're gonna have people who, I feel like this is like unsatisfying intimacy, like too quick. Like this person is too fast, and it's very dissatisfying to you. And, you know, it's like they don't let you finish, you know, and you're like, they get you all hot and bothered, and then they never really bring it to completion. And then the moon here, yeah, I mean, considering those deep emotions and finding that self-worth that is deep within you, okay? I also feel like there is so much contrast between you and these other people in your life that, like I seen in the beginning, there may be something of this friendship or this similarity that you find with people right now, and like we kind of evolved into this reading, there's gonna be differences. There's gonna be things that come about where you're like, I don't really feel it. Like I'm feeling like there's too much hidden within these people that I'm around. Yeah, because there's so much conflict in the world of the interpersonal relationships. And it's mainly definitely because of what I talked about with women being on the rise and having to make a lot of change in the world. So I see that, you know, some of these relationships or situationships that you might be in, they might just be really quick, here and gone, or friendships where, you know, I'm feeling like there might be some conflicts and things with these people, but this is an evolving part of you. This is you changing your energy. You should have judgments. You should have the right to judge a situation. And someone's going to judge you back, of course. I mean, just be prepared for that. There's going to be, you know, you dish out some words, someone might have something to say about that. And just be ready to deal with that, because you're getting to know the energy. You're getting to know what you don't like, what you do like. And eventually you'll get to a place where things will be very inspired action. You know, there'll be moments where you want to run away from situations, and then there'll be moments where you feel warm and you want to stay and bask in that energy. And it, you know, although it might not be here for very long, I would feel like savor it, love. And I'm hearing that song, love the one you're with. Be loving, be compassionate to the one you're with, because they're going through this just as much as you are, okay? Regardless of what their status is and everything, you know, we're all in this together, all right? So beautiful. Let's get you a few of these. So this one's going to be kind of an overarching, and I feel like this one, the mourning dove, so that's mourning, not, you know, the beginning of the day. It's grieving. So I feel like this dove is coming through to say to be peace. Be peaceful. Try to create peace wherever you can. Be that nugget of peace. Be that one that, in a world of chaos and confusion and arguments and all these things that are happening, be the one to create the peace and the love that is around you, and grieve that process, because we're letting go of the past. We're grieving that past. We're letting it go. And there is a new age, okay? A new age of how to love, how to treat people, how to deal with relationships, how to treat women, okay? How do we balance all that out? And we're figuring all that out, and that is so beautiful. And here's some other messages. Here we have the ram with leadership, the flower bouquet, blessings, and revelation. Oh yeah, blessings are coming your way for sure. I also feel like, you know, maybe even asking, like, well, I think you should say it. Just say it right out loud. Just be like, I think, you know, if I go on a date with somebody and you really like me, you should buy me flowers, or come with flowers. Be romantic. Or if you, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, maybe you're someone who just, to add more romance and beauty in the world, even if you feel like this is going to be a one-night stand situation, be romantic, be sweet, bring some flowers to the person that you're you know, engaging with. You know, don't shortchange them. Don't make them feel like you're breadcrumbing them. Give them the whole enchilada right in that night. Give them the beauty and the love and the support all in that one night. And if you never see that person, hey, you never see them again. But at least you gave your heart. You gave the love that you needed to give, and that is going to come back to you, okay? Those blessings will come 3, 4 fold. Look at all that group, all these little grapes, so many blessings. And then leadership. Yes, I also feel be that strong leader. I'm year of the ram. I said already in this reading that I was born in 1979. Yeah, that's year of the ram. You know, leadership, moving forward with, you know, climbing that mountain slowly but surely, getting a sure footing in life, in relationships, getting to know yourself little by little, step by step. And also I feel like a creative energy. I just feel so much creative potential and poise and beauty, and just like this Pisces energy coming through here. Like, I feel like you're a very lovely person. You know, you have this emotional intelligence to you. And I would say wear that, you know, out loud. Bring it out of yourself. Let people be aware that you have this quality. And then also just this sweetness. There's this potential here coming through. Like, there could be the potential in that when you offer yourself and be sweet and loving, that beautiful self that you are, even that stern leadership, you know, you are going to cause people to have revelations and take a second look at you. You know, they're going to be like, wait, who is this person? I might want to get to know this person even more, because they're really showing me that they're someone who's not going to be devalued. And that's so beautiful. Well, this has been really intense. I appreciate the boost of energy here in this reading. So thank you so much for joining me. That's all I have for you today. If you want to come see me again, I do readings every Tuesday. I post at 6 p.m. Central Time. All right. Bye-bye.